So I've got 2 acres overlooking the Missouri River out here in Pierre, South Dakota. My name is McLaughlin. I'm going to walk through this listing with you today, help you understand what we're looking at and what we're selling in a land investment right here. So just to get started, looking at some of these photos, these are photos of the actual property from the ground. You're going to have world-class views of Lake Oahe just outside of Pierre, South Dakota. Definitely one of those special feeling, generational type of investments. You just don't get a lot of property that's this close to the water. And it has a public boat launch really close by that's very, very lightly used. It's adjacent to state land, so there's a lot of things going for this property in and of itself. In this video, I'm going to cover all that stuff. I'll talk about a lot of common questions. I'll teach you how you can go access this property, how you can go look at it on your own. I'll show you what it looks like on satellite imagery, talk about the target audience and some of that good stuff. So again, the big selling point of this property is going to be the location of this property. It's adjacent to South Dakota state land. So you're next to state land. You've got hunting out your back doorstep. You've got fishing out your back doorstep. You're in Pierre, South Dakota. This checks a lot of boxes for a place to go pull up your camper, maybe build some sort of structure, maybe a barn dominium or a shop, something like that. So this is going to go a long way for a lot of folks. Not only can you develop on this property someday down the road, but you're also going to be able to use the property for recreation and camping in the meantime. So again, amazing views. This is the best section of the Missouri River, in my opinion. Comes right through Pierre, South Dakota. This is a massive body of water, world-class hunting and fishing out here in central South Dakota. So let's talk a little bit more about the land investment. We can see all the photos. This is going to check all the boxes for folks. Like I said, you've got a slight slope downward looking out at the river. And then again, like I mentioned, I want to show you what it looks like on satellite imagery. So here's the property right here is what it looks like on satellite imagery. It's going to have a sweet view of Lake Oahe right here. So zooming back out to show you exactly where we're located here on a map. We're on an amazing section of the Missouri River right here. Here's Pierre, South Dakota, Cow Creek. And so, yeah, this is where this is a really cool part. I've got it marked right there. But yeah, there's a boat launch right here too, the Chantier Creek Recreation Area. So you have that access too. So this is a really cool location because you're in a rural part of South Dakota and you're adjacent to state land. So 350 acres in your backyard is state owned property, and that actually goes all the way down to the river. So theoretically, you could walk out your back doorstep, walk on down this gully, and then be right next to the river like that, right? So like I said, really a cool location. You can walk right out your property down to the river. Okay. And then not only that, you have access right off this main highway. Access comes in right here. You're going to head right past these homes, and this road keeps on going. You can see it right here. And then it kind of tapers into a 2-track. Our photographer got out to the property just fine in his pickup truck. A Jeep, a pickup truck, a SUV should get out to the property, no problem. But this is the easement. You can kind of see the road fading away as you get further back here. You're one of the last properties back here. Nobody's developed around you. So again, this property is really what you imagine it. There's a lot you can do with a piece of land like this. And just again, looking at the topography, you're going to have world-class views of the Missouri River out here from this 2-acre property basically. And then also you have Chantier Creek boat launch, which is right down here. So you're hop, skip, and a jump away. You're a short little drive from dropping your fishing boat in, your pontoon, whatever you want to drop in, wake surfing boat, skiing boat. You're really close to dropping that in on the water right there too. So you just hop back on the highway, and you're going to drop that in there. So if you do want to improve the road, by all means, you can. I think a lot of our buyers are going to be looking at this property as someplace to use for recreation for the time being. And then over time, they're going to probably continue to improve that road, maybe lay some gravel down as they get closer and even build. There are people who have built back here in the subdivision, kind of at the entry of the subdivision there. So that's a lot of what I have to share on the property. We can look at it on satellite imagery here too. I think I have it on Google Earth. I can open that up for you as well if you want to stick around. When it comes to target audience, we talked a lot about that. Like I said, people are going to be using this property for camping, some sort of barn, maybe even to build a home, things like that. So there's a lot of potential use with a property like this. I think the photos do a really great job. There's just not a lot of land that exists along the Missouri River like this. The government owns a lot of land along the Missouri River. So again, this is a really cool and unique land investment. That's what we specialize here in at Wilco Land. If you want to go view the property like I gave you directions, My favorite app is going to be Onyx Hunt. All I'm doing is plugging these GPS coordinates into Onyx Hunt right here. I'm just getting right off the highway. Our photographer got out there fine, come off the highway, and you're taking this road all the way up to the property. It kind of tapers out once you get close to the property. Again, you can walk down to the river if you own this thing. This gives you a bird's eye view of where we're located here in South Dakota, right along the Missouri River, just outside of the state capital in Pierre, South Dakota. I think this is a really, really great long-term land investment. I'm bullish on this area. It isn't on the radar yet, but it should be on the radar. Everybody's radar. This is a really cool part of the country for those of you interested in boating, fishing, hunting, things like that. If you're looking for land in South Dakota, this is going to check a lot of boxes, not only for a long-term investment, but a place to go use for recreation in the meantime. So get with me if you have any questions. That's about all I have to share in the video right now. I can pull it up, I believe, on Google Earth here if this loads, but otherwise you can kind of get what you're looking at here. Here's what it looks like on satellite imagery. Again, you can see that road really well that runs along the property. So it's in a lot better condition than you might think. So again, your access comes off the highway right here. You get onto Coyote Road, you turn right in front of this house right here. You keep passing these properties, you go all the way down this road, and you're gonna end up right in front of the property that we're selling right here. It's 2 acres out here in South Dakota. So a lot of nice topography on the property, a lot of flat areas to use. And again, world-class views out there at the Missouri River. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful in understanding what this property is. If you have any questions, get with us. We've got more listings on our homepage. You can reach us here at 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.